Zest would have probably been ahead with the composition he was building, because he could have just switched out of making Tempest. He had enough Tempest to deal with the Colossus count. He just seemed to be a bit flustered. I know I keep using that word, but I think it's the best word to describe his play there in the late game.
It looked like it. Just looking at his army control, he just was like moving back and forth indecisively, like not sure about where to go, and he was just getting frustrated. You
mean, you saw even in that game, Sora was able to isolate the Archons and just target them down. Zest wasn't even really targeting his Archons. You know, their Archons were half fighting Zealots, half fighting Void Rays. It was pretty tough to get under there with the way his army split apart like that. And Sora was loving that, man. He was like, yeah, your Zealots have to swing all the way around this ramp, and then they're going to fight my Colossi. But it doesn't matter if you kill my Colossi if you have nothing to kill my Void Rays.
Yeah.
Anti-air is important. You saw him like futilely warping like 6 Stalkers. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to be enough, man. I'm afraid.
No, man, he actually had like some Zealots in there as well, probably because he couldn't afford the Stalkers.
Yeah, he didn't have enough gas.
He's like, let me make more Zealots. I don't know what else to do.
All right, guys, it's time for Overgrowth. Game number 2. Let's find out if Zest can bring it back.
Down here in the bottom left, in the red, it's Sora.
And, of course, the top right in blue, it's Zest, the Kingslayer for KT Rolster.
So right off the bat, no proxies. I wouldn't have really expected it out of either of them. I mean, feeling Sora's position, especially after winning that long of a game and that, you know, just intense of a game, I'm sure he's just like, oh, I can just do that again. That's fine, you know. Knowing these guys' stamina, like, Sora's not really the type of guy to just be like, oh, this is a best of 5 series. I got him once. Let me try to cheese him out here in game number 2. I think he, like, respects Zest in a way, where he's like, okay, I know you can hold off that kind of thing, but I think I can beat you later on. I think that's exactly what Sora wants to do. I think Zest, you know, he may go for some kind of timing, maybe Plank, maybe Oracles once again, but I don't expect any proxies out of him either.
No.
Not at this point.
I don't think so either. This is that, by the way, guys, this is that shaky PvP I was talking about out of Zest. Sometimes he gets these moments, doesn't know what to do. You know, it's like he's following. When I see Zest PvP, when he gets like this, he stops doing that really good harass we saw him do in the Kespa Cup Finals versus Rain. He stops doing those really crisp move outs, and he starts like, almost looks like he's reverted to like following an IKEA build it max out army guide, where he's like looking at the pictures, he's like, okay, this is the part where like he's got. I look at the Colossi, and then I make the Fleet Beacon, because that's how you get the Tempest, and then I get the Tempest out. And he's like following a chart, but his movements aren't as crisp as they normally are. He gets in this weird place where he just seems like uncertain about what he's doing.
Yeah, especially in that very, very late game. Another game that reminds me of this is where he played against SOS on Frost. I don't know if you remember that. I think it was in Pro League. It might have been one of the playoffs, but he was just moving back and forth with his army just like he did in the last game. And just wasn't sure what to do with it. Like like you said, he had an army built, but he's like, okay, now what do I do? Like,
it was like I think that game was versus Rain, if I'm not mistaken. I do kind of remember that Frost game.
Could have been,
but like it was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we've seen this in his play sometimes. His game on Maze against Sora is the one that comes to mind the most. But that, I mean, that's obviously Maze. That was just Sora being smart and playing for the map. But you know, even, you know, Moonglide was casting with us and he was just seeing it, you know. It just seemed like there was some weirdness. So we do have a second gateway here that is scouted, and a Chrono on the first gate, so that might be a little bit tricky. Zest might be getting, oh, you know, maybe he wants to be really aggressive with the Stalkers, but it's in fact a rushed Sentry.
Yeah.
And I think Sora's just going to take a fast Nexus here.
He's throwing Zest for a loop, something you can do, you know. He's not just following that IKEA build it, you know, okay, I'm going to make the first gate, and then I'm going to get only a little bit of gas, and then get a second gate, and then make 3 Stalkers really fast. Like, he's not doing that. He's not following any of the rules.
Yeah, he's not following the rules here. He does go into 2 Stalkers afterwards, but that early Sentry is going to be really cool because it gives him so much extra scouting potential. He's like he's not even going to try to do any fancy probe scout. He's not going over there with his Mothership Core trying to hope that maybe he's going to see what's going on. He's going to see 100% what's going on with that fast Phoenix Scout that's going to come out of that hallucination. And he's got a force if he needs it for like some crazy reason. Can go ahead and put his Nexus down here. Probably going to go Robo behind this. And he's going to want to, of course, try to hold off this Blink Stalker push that Zest has queued up right now.
Yeah. And I think he can. You know, it's the pretty standard just 3-gate Blink here. We do see a pretty fast Blink. A little bit different than what Super likes to do. He loves to get that super fast Warp Prism, or rather the Warp Gate Research. Yeah. That's what I mean saying, get out those fast Stalkers. But you see Zest here getting the quicker Blink.
Yep.
Sora at this moment, he needs that Nexus to get up.
And not only does he hallucinate, but he hallucinates an Oracle, so that can be really scary. I think it's not. I don't think Zest is going to fall for it, but there goes that scout I was talking about. Now he's going to be able to confirm 100% this is not just a few stalkers for pressure. This is a blink stalker timing attack that's coming out. He's going to want to spend all of his chrono on the robotics. And this is a cool thing. We've seen players do this sometimes before to get one Oracle out to help out. This time warp is really nicely placed here by Zest, but he needs those stalkers that are coming up a bit too slow. One more shot would have done it on that mothership core. This is looking really good for Zest. Sora targeting that mothership core, you know, it tanked a lot for Zest stalkers, and now they're out here. Nexus cannon is ready, can use it at his will.
Yeah, needs to put it down pretty quickly here. He's going to let that Nexus tank a bit more, and then he's going to put it down. Just wants to buy as much time as possible. Wants to get out those Immortals. Very, very important at this point.
He's going to see the Stargate, and then of course he can come over here and check and see you know, what's coming out. Usually you see Void Rays come out of this. Sometimes you see a Phoenix to lift sentries and, you know, go in there, but the Oracle could do that even better. It could just straight up kill the sentry really fast. It can also do damage. It's going to get vision. It's really fast, and it can harass the main base while you poke at the front. So I think that's what we're going to see out of Zest here. But this is, I don't know, man. With this Immortal, he's looking pretty comfortable. He also knows with all the gas committed to the Oracle on the Stargate, the Stalker count's going to be pretty low, so he can be pretty brave with his Immortal. Like we just saw him move almost all the way down the ramp because he's like, you don't have Stalkers over here.
Yeah. He just knows that the Stalker count is going to be very low, just like you said. Stalkers kind of go the wrong way here, so the Oracle going to get a bit more kills here than expected.
But
gets 4.
He doesn't get flustered. He doesn't make mistakes here with his control. He keeps his units at the natural. He wards away those Stalkers. And the Oracle gets 4 kills. That's annoying. But he's got 2 Nexi up for much longer, so he's not too concerned. He's got his units split here. And Zest is really just trying to get any damage he can get done right now while he's got his own Nexus up at home, so he can start catching up. He's also getting the +1 first, which is going to become important through the mid-game, because that's going to make his Stalkers all the stronger.
Yep. Just now is Sora getting his own Forge. And just now is Zest getting that second Nexus. I feel like Zest, well, I was going to say maybe he's putting out that third base a little bit early here just to try to sneak it in there and try to catch up there on the probe count, but he's just sending that probe somewhere. Or is he actually just going to make it over there at that corner base? Could.
Are you talking about the probe that's the top left right now?
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about, to be honest.
Well, he's putting a pylon down.
Yeah.
Maybe hides DTs.
Yeah, that's possible. I definitely don't think he's going to be hiding. Well, you know what he could do, actually, is hide double Stargate again. I don't think he's going to take that Nexus, no way. But hiding a double Stargate over there wouldn't be too bad. I think that could be pretty strong in this position for him, especially because Sora's not going to have any idea about it. Hides Templar Archives, so we're going to see Storm Drops. There's the Warp Prism, too, right away here.
Yeah. Immortals on patrol there at the third base. Not exactly sure. Maybe just cleaning up some pylons. Possibly be there.
Yeah, just wants to make sure he can clean those up.
Yeah. Oracle over here giving detection, actually. Maybe possibly searching for the Observer, but isn't going to find one.
Yeah, just that's exactly what that's for. Doesn't find one. Might scare the Sora into making another Observer if he loses one, because he's thinking, oh, what if he's going to do DTs or something? Maybe even make some cannons, because that's like kind of suspicious, right? Ooh, is he going to see this? He chrono boosts the Temple Archives without researching. He's not researching anything. Is this like a total fake out? There's no way. I think he just messed up. He's not researching anything.
He's still not researching.
This is unbelievable. He didn't make an Archon either.
Did
it finish? Am I crazy? I'm pretty sure it didn't.
No. Yeah, look at the upgrades. It's not finished.
He doesn't have it. He thinks it's done, and it's not. He's about to embarrass himself so bad. He's about to drop these 2 high Templar and watch them do nothing.
Yeah, just another confirmation up there. You guys see the upgrades. No Storm. Now it gets started.
Oh, God. Look at Zest's face. Look at his face, man. He knows. He's totally messed this up. What's he going to do? Just fake it out? This is so risky what he's doing right now.
Yeah, this is
I mean, he does actually force the probes to be pulled, but he's going to lose 2 high Templar and his Warp Prism. High Templar feedback some other ship.
Because, I mean, like, why not? I mean, you've gone this far.
Well, he did force the Nexus cannon. He did force the probe pull, but God, look at how desperate he is. Now he's starting another Stargate because he needs to get Tempest out. Sora's got him in a really bad place right now. He is really looking shaky.
Yeah.
He's in his head, man.
Yeah, that's just a pretty bad mistake. And now we got that Sora Observer going up there to the top left. is going to be looking for that Templar Archives.
Yeah.
Turns around, though.
If it hasn't seen it already, I guess.
6 gates here on the way.
This is actually that that day 9 rule that people like to reference every now and then. It's like, all right, something weird's going on here. What was that? That was a terrible failed drop. You didn't even storm me once. You made a quick rush to storm. You're probably trying to get a fleet beacon out right now because that's the only way you could deal with my Colossi. I'm going to hit you before you're ready. Those 6 gates are so much damage. Uh-oh, this is so much damage. Speaking of which, find that sweet spot here. Oh!
Well, doesn't target it well, and he only gets about 3 kills there. Just hitting that pylon for a while there.
He's still ahead in workers, 46 to 45.
Yeah, he's just had that second Nexus for so much longer. This probe actually isn't going to spot that army, and the army of Sora is way out on the map. Are we going to have a base trade here?
I think he's just going to recall. Huge warp in the Zealots to buy time. He's got the Zarkon too. We may. You might be right.
Well, you know, he could snipe base and then recall.
Yeah.
Because he
has
has
all his probes. Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. I think you're right. He's just going to run his probes here. Oh, nice block. That's how you do it. A lot of probes going down here.
Yeah, Sora is actually, it looks like he's going for base trade. He's going straight for double Nexus here.
Yeah, double Nexus, then he's going to go. He's going to also scout this fleet beacon here. And he's going to kill all these probes as much as he can. He's targeting down that pylon. He's actually going to unpower.
Yeah, really wants that pylon.
I mean, the army is much better for Sora right now, but
yeah,
he just wants to kill the gates because he can keep warping and he's got plenty of money. He's making a huge warping in the middle of the map with stalkers.
Oh man, Sora's army is just so much bigger.
It's
so much better.
It's
in
better.
terms of like he's got immortals, he's got Colossi, yeah.
He's about to have +2.
There are no Tempest on the map. Like that's what I meant to say. I mean, we do see 3 Archons out here for Zest. That is what he has that Sora doesn't have, but you know, is it that good?
His army's
big
split
recall
up.
here now.
His army is so split up. He's going to easily kill these units, and that's going to be it. He's got money. He's got production. I mean, watch Zest's army disappear.
Yeah, he's looking like it. He is trying to micro up that Immortal. He does that nicely. It is targeting that Stalker, but watch that supply fall, and look at all those Colossi survive. GG. Sora takes game number 2. Pretty awesome fashion here. Man, we're seeing pretty one-sided games, actually. Zest is just looking a little bit shaky today.
Did he type GG?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. There's like a lot of stuff popping up on the screen.
Amongst all of your bases being revealed.
Yeah, it got revealed, then he made an X in the middle of the map to unreveal himself, and then okay. Because I was like, oh, is he so frustrated he didn't type GG? Wow. I think we're about to see a 3-0. You can't often recover mentally from something like this. This is not like when we saw stats yesterday, drop 0-2, but he didn't really look that effective. The games were really close, and then he comes back. Like, Zest has made some crazy comebacks, most notably in the GSL Global Tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Against Carding.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
Went down 0-3, and then wins 4 in a row to win it all.